New at 10, one Northwest Arkansas Police Department is making domestic violence cases a priority with a new full-time position dedicated to getting victims the help they need. 5 News reporter Lauren Spencer introduces us to Centerton Police's new domestic violence coordinator, and she tells us the impact she wants to make on the community she serves.
Yes, I'm a detective. Yes, I'm an officer. But to be able to step out and let people know you're not alone.
Officer Cassandra Bridenstine always knew she wanted to help people, which is why she began a career in law enforcement.
Occasionally heartbreaking, but there's those families that I am able to help. You go home and you just feel accomplished.
In the growing community of Centerton of about 27,000, she says domestic violence is prevalent.
Just this year we've had 200 cases. From the 200 cases, I've had over 600 contacts with victims.
A lot of housing, and that's just going to bring in, unfortunately, more domestic cases.
Officer Bridenstine took on the role of handling the domestic violence cases while also being a patrol officer, until her lieutenant nominated her for a grant.
Surprised? I didn't expect me to be where I am now.
She's one of 10 in the country who can now do this full time. She now spends her days fully dedicated to responding to calls, checking in on victims, and finding resources.
Follow up with these victims until they feel empowered enough to stand up for themselves. I have primarily focused all of my training on these survivors.
Having someone specialized and ready to go is an asset, especially for a department of this size, says Corporal Christian Aspitia.
It gives us an extra resource to follow up with them that doesn't take an officer away from everyday patrol.
In her new but familiar role, she wants to help bring more victims the support they deserve and make those shocking numbers go down.
Since I've started this, I'm seeing a lot less of the same victims calling in. Them having some sort of support system on the legal side is helping with future cases.
In Centerton, covering news where you live, Lauren Spencer, 5 News.
The 3-year grant is $470,000 and covers Officer Bridenstine's salary. It also supports domestic violence victims by donating to different organizations that can help them.